Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm afraid that I have a video that is going to probably irritate some of you, but it irritates me too, and that is why I am filming it for you guys. As you guys can see by the title, yes, I know it appears dramatic, but it is not clickbait. It is a real title because this is really happening. So I wanted to draw attention to something here on my channel that's really been bothering me this week. It's something that a lot of us in the pet community have been talking about. I've been seeing this shared on different Facebook pages, lots of fish pages. I know I've posted about it personally on Twitter and Instagram, as have a lot of other people. Tyler Ruggie also made a video about this very subject.
Hey, what's up you guys? My name's Tyler Ruggie and welcome back to another episode of I No Longer Want to Live on This Planet. August 11th at 2 p.m. for the 42nd year in a row, kids 12 and under try to catch 1,002 goldfish swimming in the pool with their bare hands.
But I wanted to make a video about this as well. I will leave his link in the description down below, but I felt the need to bring awareness to this on my channel because I feel like with things like this, the more awareness, the better. So it was brought to my attention this week that there is a community center in Springdale, Ohio that apparently hosts an annual goldfish swim where they actually put 1,000+ goldfish into a community in-ground chlorinated pool, and they are going to be allowing kids to come and catch the goldfish by hand without nets or buckets or anything like that, and then take the fish home to be their pets. Now, I know what you're thinking. Yes, this is ridiculous. Can this really be a thing? Are there really parents that stupid? And yes, there are. It is happening, and apparently this has been happening for a very long time in the town of Springdale, Ohio, at this community center, and apparently it is a huge event. Lots of kids come, and thousands of goldfish have been dying literally every year. And these parents bring their kids and are letting them catch goldfish with bare hands in this pool, and I cannot tell you how disgusting this is to me. I have been reading about this all week, and the more I read, the more upset I get about it because it really is disgusting. Now, I feel like it's probably not necessary for me to lay out all of the reasons why this is so problematic, but I'm gonna do that anyway because anyone who watches this video, I want you guys to know how horrible this truly is. So the first problem with releasing 1,000 goldfish into an in-ground pool at a community center is that you are releasing 1,000 goldfish into a pool at a community center. Problem number one, many people who have been researching this event at this community center in Springdale have been assuming that the water is chlorinated. However, a lot of people have been calling the community center, and the community center is saying that the water isn't chlorinated. However, I think that's highly suspect that they're claiming it's not a chlorinated pool, because if it's not a chlorinated pool and it's not a saltwater pool, because I have asked a few people, but you're saying it's not chlorinated, then what is it? What kind of water is it that you're putting these goldfish and kids into? If it's not chlorinated and it's not salt water, then it's a cesspool. You are literally putting kids into a cesspool of goldfish and their poop and bacteria and germs. The problem with putting fish in chlorinated water is that chlorine is a chemical and it affects goldfish really negatively. They don't breathe well in it, and whenever they are exposed to it, it can have long-term effects and even lead to their death. Not to mention it's stressful on them. And unless they dumped like 100 gallons of prime into this massive in-ground pool, I'm assuming the water is not safe, and obviously this is a really stupid thing. Like, how are they even doing this? I don't even know. I don't know. The second of 1,000 problems wrong with this is that they are going to be allowing kids to enter the pool with the goldfish in there and catch them with their bare hands. Now, on top of this being very stressful for the fish and probably lowering their immune systems, causing all kinds of bacteria and diseases to show themselves in the fish, goldfish also have slime coats on the outside of them, which essentially will be wiped off by these kids touching them with their bare hands. It's not advised that you ever touch your fish with bare hands. Obviously, some keepers do. However, I can guarantee you that those keepers know what they're doing more than a child who is trying to aggressively catch fish in a big swimming pool and then snatch a fish up out of the water as quick as they can. I can guarantee you it's gonna rub off the slime coat. I can guarantee you there's gonna be a lot of squeezing, fish getting stepped on, startled, hit, bumped, whatever, and it's just so problematic. The third reason why I believe this event is a horrible idea is because the odds of these kids all having fully cycled massive tanks at home ready for these goldfish is pretty much slim to none. Now, obviously, I can't know this for sure, but I do know that cycling is a really big process, and the goldfish that they will be using for this event are feeder fish. They can reach lengths of 8, 10, even 12 inches I've seen. So these fish do get pretty big and they do require large tanks. Not to mention if these kids are catching multiple of them, they would need a very large tank to house them if these fish live to reach adulthood. Now, I can only assume that this community center isn't concerned with the longevity of the fish's lives and needing large tanks, because on their flyer, I didn't see any mention of how large these fish get, how big of tanks and filtration they need. There was no warnings on there whatsoever about their lifespan and how long they can potentially live. There was absolutely nothing other than you're not allowed to have help from your parents, you have to use your hands, and you can't use a bucket. That's literally all that was on this flyer. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I can only assume this community center is thinking two things. Number one, we're putting the fish in a chlorinated pool and they're gonna be grabbed and squeezed, so we know they're not gonna live very long, so we're not worried about warning the kids about how long they can live and how big of tanks they need, or they just don't care. Both of those things are extremely problematic and horrible, and I don't know what these people are doing. Another thing that really bothers me about this event is the message that it's sending to kids. It's literally telling kids from a very young age that fish lives are not that important, and I understand they're feeder fish and they're sometimes used to feed other animals and things like that, but my issue is that that is, number one, a diet that a lot of animals have to eat. Number two, that's more of a nature thing. That's not an abuse, putting them in chemicals, burning their gills, causing them stress, chasing them around, taking off their slime coat. Like, using them to feed an animal is completely different than doing what these people are doing. But it's also sending the message to these kids that their lives aren't to be regarded and that they're not important, and that it's fine to just throw them into a man-made swimming pool that has chlorine and God knows what else in there, and that that's fine to just chase them around and stress them out. It's a really harmful message to send to kids. I feel like we should be instilling care and nurturing, careful research, responsibility, and kindness into kids. Like, that's the message we should be instilling in children going forward when it comes to animals. There is literally nothing that hurts my soul more than seeing animals being abused and mistreated. It bothers me so deeply like nothing else. Like, it really does. It's absolutely awful. So to see this town, this community center full of adults encouraging kids to jump in a swimming pool with literally over 1,000 goldfish and harming them, abusing them, stressing them out, and then be able to take them home in a bucket is so problematic. It's truly disgusting, and I feel like there are 1,000 other ways that they could do this. They could do ping pong balls, they could do rubber ducks floating on top of the water, they could do whatever, and they're choosing to use live animals for their entertainment, literally thousands, and it's disgusting. Now, I know that Tyler Ruggie has made a video about this already. I will link his video down below like I mentioned. I've also called the community center myself, which got nowhere. She sent me to a voicemail, told me to call back, and then I did, and I think they're screening calls, so that didn't really go anywhere, but I did try. I have been sharing this on Twitter as well as Instagram. There is also a change.org petition that's going around. I have signed that. I will leave a link for the change.org petition in the description down below. It has gotten over 6,000 signatures in like 3 days. It's insane. A lot of local news stations even covered it on their news, which is amazing. There's literally been so many people made aware of this. There are so many thousands of people speaking out on Facebook. There was like 3,500 comments on the community center's post where they posted the flyer. They know that people are upset. They know that this is cruel. They have been made aware, and as of recording this video, they are refusing to comment on it publicly to the news stations, to people. They are also refusing to cancel the event, which is extremely disturbing and extremely disheartening. There is still 2 days before the event. As of right now, it has not been canceled. Like I said, they are kind of refusing to. They're not commenting on it. Public officials aren't responding to the news agencies they've been contacted by. I will have all of those links in the description down below as well if you would like to watch the news on it. But it's really disheartening that so many thousands of people have reached out to them and have expressed their concern, and they are just completely being disregarded. So I just wanted to make this video to let you guys know, if you would like to kindly help, you can sign that change.org petition. I will have it linked down below along with all of the videos and all of my resources. Even if this event can't be stopped and they go through with it and they ignore the thousands of people who have voiced their concerns over the abuse of these fish, I do want to say thank you to everyone who watched this. Thank you for posting on Instagram. Thank you for sharing it on Twitter. Thank you for commenting to me. Thank you for watching this video, signing the petitions. Everything that you've done does matter, even if they end up going through with this and abusing these fish. It still matters, and I hope that you know that. I do hope that this community center has some time to reflect and see the harm that they're doing to these animals. I do hope that they end this event one day. Hopefully in 2 days they don't go through with it. But even if they do and they disregard the thousands of people who have advocated on behalf of these fish's lives, I do appreciate you guys watching this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend. I will see you guys in my next video. Please always be kind. Bye.